A half-ball hit is a 30-degree cut angle where the center of the cue ball is aimed at the edge of the object ball. From the shooter's perspective, the cue ball overlaps or eclipses half the object ball. In this video, I demonstrate 10 reasons why the half-ball hit is so important and useful. On the resource page linked in the video description, I show many ways to visualize and set up shots of various angles, including a half-ball hit. This diagram shows an example half-ball hit used a lot in this video. With the object ball on the foot spot, the cue ball can be anywhere on this line for a center-to-edge aim to pocket the ball in the corner. If you are good at aiming, it is very easy to recognize a half-ball hit. It's when your line of aim is right through the edge of the object ball. Another way to judge a half-ball hit is to use your peace sign to check for the 30-degree cut angle. As we will see later, you can use the template linked in the video description to calibrate your peace sign. If you place one finger along the line to the pocket with your hand over the ghost ball, if the other finger points at the cue ball, then the shot is a half-ball hit. You can also use a standard 30-60-90 drafting triangle to check during practice. You can also use an analog clock face or a wristwatch. 1 hour is 30 degrees. Now let's look at all the reasons why a half-ball hit is so useful. Be sure to watch the entire video because there is a useful position play drill in the middle. And there are some cool proposition bet shots near the end. The best thing about a half-ball hit is how easy it is to aim. You just need to point your cue through the center of the cue ball right at the edge of the object ball, which is very easy to see and focus on. Here's the shot at the table. Again, the aim is right through the edge of the object ball. Now, cut-induced throw is a factor, especially at slower speed. Notice how the object ball gets thrown to the far side of the pocket. To target the center of the pocket, you need to overcut the ball just a hair. You can clearly see the overcut at contact, with the throw sending the ball straight to the pocket. A half-ball hit is also a good angle to leave for position play shots. Here's a good target drill to illustrate and work on this. From this single cue ball and object ball position, with a half-ball hit, you can pocket the ball and easily send the cue ball to any of the 9 target positions around the table. This is what good pool is all about. Pocket the ball and send the cue ball to the desired spot on the table that makes the next shot easy. Slow stun is a good play for position 1. Straight draw works for position 2. Stun with outside spin is good for position 3. But maximum draw also works. You can even go off 2 or 3 rails with follow and a touch of outside spin, but this choice is not very natural on this table. Outside follow is very natural for position 4. Follow with a touch of inside spin works well for position 5. Lots of inside spin is needed for position 6. The natural angle is perfect for position 7. Slow roll with lots of outside spin works well for position 8. And stun with outside spin works well for position 9. If you need or want help with cue ball control and side spin, see the tutorial links in the video description. Again, a half-ball hit is a good angle for cue ball control and position play. The angle is not too big to make the shot difficult, but it is big enough to easily move the cue ball around the table in different directions. An important half-ball hit principle is that the cue ball and object ball separate at equal angles and equal speeds. You actually need to hit a hair thinner than a half ball for this to work best. Did you see both the cue ball and object ball travel at the same angles and speeds? Here's an example 9-ball safety where the effect is useful to hide the 7 behind the 9. Here's an 8-ball example with no easy shot on the last stripe. For shots where you want the object ball to move more than the cue ball, you need to hit fuller than a half ball. And for shots where you want the cue ball to move more than the object ball, you need to hit thinner than half ball. One nice feature of a half ball hit is the carom angle is very constant with small changes in cut angle. Here's the natural angle for a half ball hit. Here's a hit slightly thinner than half ball. Notice how the cue ball still heads very close to the natural angle direction. This hit is slightly fuller than half ball, and the result is still very similar. This makes it very easy to predict half-ball hit carom direction, like with this 8-ball breakout shot, where I'm trying to thin the 8 on my left side. This gives me an easy out. The most powerful half-ball hit principle is the 30-degree rule, which states that a rolling cue ball caroms off close to 30 degrees over a wide range of cut angles between a quarter-ball hit and a three-quarter-ball hit. Even though these three cut shots have radically different angles, the cue ball carom direction is very close to 30 degrees for all three. This graph shows how the cue ball carom angle varies with ball hit fraction. The angle is largest for a half-ball hit, and it is smaller for a quarter ball or three-quarter ball hit. But the angle is close to 30 degrees over the entire range. Here's a half ball hit which caroms off at an angle slightly more than 30 degrees. Here's a quarter ball hit which caroms off at an angle slightly less than 30 degrees. The carom angle for a three-quarter ball hit is similar. Did you see how close each carom direction was to 30 degrees, even with the object ball heading in radically different directions? A peace sign can be very useful to accurately visualize the cue ball carom direction for a rolling ball shot. If you point one finger in the initial cue ball direction, the other finger will point in the final cue ball direction. The template linked in the video description can help you calibrate your peace sign. For most people, a firm but slightly relaxed peace sign forms an angle very close to 30 degrees. Learn this angle first, since it is a good average value over the entire quarter ball to three-quarter ball hit range. And if you want to be more accurate predicting cue ball direction, also learn the slightly larger angle for the half ball hit and the slightly smaller angle for the quarter ball and three-quarter ball hits. This shot is a half ball hit, so I use a slightly larger peace sign. For a quarter ball hit, I use a slightly smaller peace sign. For a three-quarter ball hit, I also use a slightly smaller peace sign. Again, the single 30-degree peace sign is good enough for most shots, but if you want to be more accurate, also learn how to stretch your peace sign a little for shots close to a half ball hit, and relax your peace sign a little for shots close to a quarter ball or three-quarter ball hit. Being able to predict carom direction accurately is very useful in a wide variety of game situations. Here's a good 8-ball example where a carom off the 13 breaks out the 8-11 cluster while pocketing the 11 to continue shooting. Here, my peace sign predicts I will scratch. To prevent the scratch, I just need to lower my tip to make sure the cue ball does not have full topspin roll. The peace sign is very useful with ball in hand after an opponent foul. Here, I use the peace sign in reverse to decide where to place the cue ball to get an accurate breakout shot targeting the top side of the 11. This skill can definitely help you win games. Here, I'm using the peace sign to make sure I can get through traffic for the position play up table for shape on the 8 in the side. Here, the peace sign tells me if I have room and a good direction to head up table for the 8. When the cue ball is tough to reach, you can use the air peace sign technique. See the links in the video description for more details and examples. There is also a useful to know half-ball hit principle for draw shots. With good action, draw, the cue ball will change direction by 90 degrees. This is a result of the useful 3 times the angle system linked in the video description. Because a half-ball hit is a 30-degree cut angle, 3 times that is 90 degrees. It is possible to draw slightly better than this, but it is not easy, so this is a good challenge drill. To practice good action draw, set up a half-ball hit with the object ball a diamond from the side pocket and try to scratch in the corner pocket. With no pocket cheating, that requires slightly better than good action draw. Here, the draw is used to get a breakout shot. Here's an 8-ball example where the 90-degree draw rule is useful to know. The rule tells me it is possible to draw straight up table off the 11 for shape on the 8. Again, that was slightly better than good action draw, giving me the win. Now for some fun proposition shots that take advantage of the natural angle of the half-ball hit. Bet somebody that with cue ball in hand, you can carom off the ball on the foot spot and scratch in the corner 10 times in a row. A potential fish might think this is difficult and take the bet. If you have a well-calibrated peace sign, the proposition bet is a sure thing. Just put the cue ball along the perfect line where the natural angle heads straight to the heart of the pocket. Obviously, it is best to find this position and test it out before making the bet. With the cue ball in the right place, winning this bet is so easy, I don't even need to take my time or aim carefully. The cue ball still heads to the heart of the pocket on every shot. Again, slight changes in aim and cut angle with a half-ball hit do not change cue ball direction very much. If nobody wants to take the first bet, move the object ball to the center of the table and bet you can scratch from there 5 times in a row. Again, if you know where to put the cue ball, the bet is still a sure thing. Here, I am using the air peace sign technique. Again, be sure to test the cue ball position ahead of time. I am a little more careful on this one, but the bet is still a sure thing. And if your fish still demands more, bet you can scratch 3 times in a row, shooting with only one hand, with the cue ball frozen to the head rail. Surely, no fish will think this is possible. Again, if you find the best cue ball position, even this bet is a sure thing. Although, I do need to aim carefully and use a relaxed stroke with a still head and body on this one. I hit this last shot poorly, dropping my elbow a little, but the cue ball still finds the heart of the pocket. A final useful principle with half-ball hits concerns avoiding a double kiss with the bank of a rail-frozen ball. When the object ball is a little more than a diamond from the target pocket, the bank is on the verge of a double kiss when shooting perpendicular to the rail with a half-ball hit. At fast speed, the half ball hit bank goes. But at slower speeds, there is a double kiss, causing a miss. This principle can help you figure out other shots too. For example, if the hit is fuller than half ball, the double kiss cannot be avoided even at fast speed. With a thinner hit, you still need speed to avoid the double hit, but not as much as with the half ball hit. When the object ball is higher up on the rail, the bank calls for a thinner hit, so the double kiss is less of a concern, but you still need enough speed to enable the object ball to compress the cushion enough to clear. Even farther up the rail, you can clearly see the object ball still needs to compress the cushion a little to clear the double kiss, but medium speed gets the job done. Even higher up the rail, the object ball can clear even at slow speed. I want to thank Mike Page and Bob Jewett for providing inspiration for several topics in this video. I hope viewers now have a better appreciation for the importance and usefulness of the half ball hit. Hopefully, some of the principles in this video will help you win more games and bets. Have fun with the shots, and good luck with your game from Dr. Dave.